Tonight's business report is brought to you by the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited, where you belong.
Local finance company Signia Financial Group Incorporated has managed to maintain profitability in spite of the economic challenges being experienced in Barbados. Chief Executive Officer Paul Ashby says 2016 was a reasonably good year for the company, although several factors negatively impacted on business.
We would have started out the year planning for a bank asset tax at a rate of 0.20%. It was increased by 75% midway through the year, so it went to 0.35%, which was a significant movement on our book. You will know that the economy is toughening, so delinquency would have been a bit under pressure. Some customers are having a little bit more challenges, or some households, let's call it some households, are having a little bit more challenges in making their commitment. So that also was a pressure point. But that, and then the other aspect is that the commercial banks are continually dropping their deposit interest rates, obviously to lower their costs, and concomitantly lending rates are dropping as well. And that has an impact on us.
Mr. Ashby says despite less than favorable conditions, Signia Financial managed to hold its own.
Say profitability was flat because of the expenses that occurred that we may not have had planned, but it was still reasonably encouraging on our book. I think our book would have probably grown around 3% or so on prior year, which in the context of where the economy is, we were generally happy with that. There was movement, and that's better than no movement at all, so we were able to maintain our profitability levels.
The former governor of the Central Bank of Ireland, Dr. Patrick Hanahan, is the Central Bank of Barbados' 4th Distinguished Visiting Fellow. Dr. Hanahan, a member of the Governing Council of the European Central Bank, was instrumental in Ireland's recovery from its worst financial crisis in a generation. He will be the special guest at the 2017 Caribbean Economic Forum on March 30th, where the topic will be the question, what policy course for a small open economy in today's global macroeconomic environment? The forum, now in its 4th year, will be broadcast live both locally and regionally, in addition to being streamed online. While in Barbados, the doctor will meet with several ministers of government as well as officials from the Financial Services Commission and members of the financial and business sectors. During his 3-week visit, he will also give 2 lectures at the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus. Time now to take a look at how stocks traded on selected exchanges across the region.
In Jamaica, Sagicor Group Jamaica Limited was the volume leader with 879,699 shares being traded. It was followed by Jamaica Producers Group Limited and Jamaica Money Market Brokers Limited. Over in Trinidad, Guardian Holdings Limited led the way with 8,468 shares changing hands for a value of $130,754. It was followed by Trinidad and Tobago NGL Limited and Massey Holdings Limited. Back here in Barbados, Bico Limited was the volume leader, trading 10,301 shares at $2.15 each to close down 1 cent. It was followed by Banks Holdings Limited and Sagicor Financial Corporation Limited.